Shri Kalyan Banerjee ji.
Thank you, the Honorable Chairperson. Just it has been sung, a song for today and tomorrow. As we celebrate 150 years of this timeless masterpiece, let us remember great nations are not built by monuments or markets alone. They are built by stories they choose to honor, the value they choose to preserve, and the songs they choose to pass on to the next generation. If we want our children to inherit not only a prosperous India, but a soulful India, then we must pass down not just the words of Bande Mataram, but the sense of responsibility of its awakeness. As we stand at this 150-year milestone, let us rise once again, not as spectators of the history, but as carriers of its flame. Let us say with the same depth, the same modesty, and the same unshaken pride that our freedom fighters once felt. Bande Mataram, I salute the mother. Madam, today's debate was commenced with political undertone. Today we gather not for a ritual, not for a formality, but to honor 150 years of song that once held our entire freedom movement together like a spine. A song that traveled from Bengal to the rest of India not as a poem, but as a pulse. Bande Mataram. When Bankim Chandra wrote those two words in 1875, he could not have known that one day they would rise higher than any speech, any slogan, any political promise. He was writing quietly, almost secretly. No empire could defeat it. No jail could silence it. No bullet could overpower it. Because this song was not created for politics. It was created for the soul. But unfortunately today, it has been made for political debate purpose. Freedom fighters did not sing Bande Mataram to show power. They sang it to remember who they were. They sang it as they walked to jail, as they faced lathis, as they burned foreign cloth, as they marched barefoot under the burning sun with only one strength, the strength of loving their motherland. Today, 150 years later, we must ask ourselves an honest question. Are we worthy inheritors of that legacy? The resilience of a civilization that had endured 1,000 storms and still stood unbent. When the British banned its public recital, the song became even more dangerous and even more beloved. It was whispered in the prison cells by young revolutionaries who did not fear death. It was sung on streets during the Swadeshi movement, when common people found uncommon courage. It was carried on the lips of the protesters who had nothing in their hands except the trembling but invincible power of hope. Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Rasbihari Bose, Chittaranjan Das, Aurobindo, leaders of different temperaments, but hearts tuned to the same rhythm, all found their fire stoked by these very words. This was not merely a song. It was a heartbeat shared by the millions and millions. A national song in spirit before it was in status. Before India had a constitution. Before India had a parliament. Before India even had a flag of their own. But unity not rhetoric, but responsibility, not loudness, but depth. Perhaps this is why the song still moves us, because it calls upon something timeless, the instinctive feelings of belonging somewhere, on being part of a continuum that stretches backwards beyond memory and forward beyond imagination. On this 150 years, let us not only celebrate the past, let us understand it, interpret it, and carry it forward with the intellectual honesty it deserves. Vande Mataram just not a salute, but a reminder of the mother whose soil sustains us, whose history humbles us, whose future depends on us. It blends Sanskritic imagery with the emotional directions of the Bengali. It merges geography with spirituality. It elevates the idea of motherland from a physical territory to a moral force. During the Swadeshi movement, it transformed into a cultural weapon, one that rejuvenated confidence where people had been taught to feel powerless. It united diverse communities, regions, and social backgrounds under one emotional umbrella. And yet, despite its political use, the song itself remains above politics. Its heart, its culture, civilizational, ethical. Today, in age of rapid modernization, globalization, and ideological conflict, Vande Mataram offers a reminder of what nationhood truly means, not uniformity. Madam, I will just conclude it. Yet Bankim Chandra did not write a nationalist anthem in the modern sense. He wrote a devotional hymn to the lands, to the rivers, to the abundance and the divinity that Indian civilization had always recognized as feminine, as nurturing, as sacred. In this sense, Vande Mataram is not merely a literary composition. If it is a civilization metaphor, the song is structurally remarkable. Vande Mataram, I salute the mother. Thank you, madam.
माननीय सदस्य श्री प्रशांत पेडोले जी।
आज जब हम वंदे मातरम की 150वीं वर्षगांठ मना रहे हैं, तो यह केवल एक गीत की वर्षगांठ नहीं है, बल्कि यह भारत की आत्मा, हमारी मातृभूमि की पुकार और हमारी राष्ट्रीय चेतना का जागरण का दिन है। अध्यक्ष महोदया, वंदे मातरम यह दो शब्द उस समय के एक